What's up, you guys? Nathan Bell here, doing another Marvel Legends review on Iron Fist from the brand new Doctor Strange wave. I found him at GameStop, so if you're having a hard time finding this wave, or even the X-Men wave, I recommend checking there. Now, before we get him opened up, let's take a quick look at the packaging that he came in. So it's just your standard Marvel Legends packaging, like we've seen, with the previous waves. You got the figure clearly displayed on the inside. The top, it's got the Iron Fist logo. It says Build a Figure Dormammu. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not 110% sure. It's got a big Iron Fist logo at the bottom. Then it's got some pretty cool artwork on both sides of the packaging. It is the same. Then there's the picture of the figure, and then it does have a quick read-up that says, a master of spiritual energy, Iron Fist unlocks the highest mental and physical human potential to dominate enemies in combat. Holy shnikes. So let's get him out of his packaging to take a closer look. Here is Iron Fist, fresh out of the packaging. Now, before we get into him, let's just go over the accessories very quickly. Iron Fist comes with a set of interchangeable hands and some badass flame effects. The flame effects are very cool. I love translucent plastic. You can see how it goes from that yellow color to this kind of bright orange, and there is a couple, looks like globs of paint, which doesn't really bother me at all. Same thing with the other one, there's a couple spots of paint on there, but it's not a big deal. I actually really like these. Then he comes with his wrapped hands, which are badass. I love the sculpt detail and the paint wash, man. Hasbro's killing it lately, dude. I love that Hasbro's basically putting like effects with every figure. There's some that still don't have them, but they never used to do it, now they're doing it, and I love it, man. And then with the Iron Fist, very cool. Got that yellow translucent plastic, and then you can see the Iron Fist on the inside. And these relatively plug in easy. I find these to be a little harder to push in there, but just be careful. And it's not really that loose. Oh my goodness, man. Come on now. Bip, and it is in. So just plug it in just like that. And it does rotate, but there is no articulation in the hand itself. Then the wrap hands are also pretty easy. I think these are easier. Bip, and that is in there. And it's not loose, but I can see it getting loose over time. So just be very careful when plugging in the hands. Back to Iron Fist, and I just wanted to put the flame effects on to show you guys what it looks like, and it looks incredible, man. I love this figure. I was so excited. At first, I was kind of like, man, another Iron Fist. We just got one in the Odin Wave in the white suit, but I think I like this one a lot more. Even though the Odin Wave one did come with way more hands, this guy just comes with 2 sets of close fits, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it doesn't bother me that much. So let me just pop these off. I like this figure, but be on the lookout for, I have a glob of paint right in the center. I don't know if you can see that. Let me focus up a little more. Yeah, you kind of see it. It is a bummer. GameStop had 2 of these, and they both had it, but this guy's paint detail on the face was a lot better than the other one. It was weird. The eyes weren't really lined up with the white paint, so that kind of sucked, so I had to settle. But besides the glob in the middle, the outline's very clean for the deco, so I appreciate that very much. It would have been cool if there was some black paint, all around the body for that cool shadowing effect, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. He's got his belt, which isn't glued on, so that can move around, but just be careful you don't break off the plastic, because it is pretty hard. And then the boots are just yellow, no detailing once again. This is based off of the Pizza Spider-Man mold, which a lot of people were kind of bummed out too, like, oh, they shouldn't have used that, blah, blah, blah. You know what they should have used is the, I believe it's a new body mold for the new Sunfire coming out. That would have looked really good with this figure, man. But either way, I still like it. Head sculpt is badass too. A lot of people have been taking the Toy Biz head sculpt and swapping it out. I don't have that figure, so I can't do that. And I do have the other Iron Fist figure, but it's in storage, and I just don't want to go through everything to get it out. So you can see that the eyes turned out pretty good on this. The black lines up. The mask is very cool. Would have been cool if they would have kind of painted the lips a different color, because it's all the same flesh tone, but I do like the flesh tone. You can see underneath, you got some yellow popping through, but that's not a big deal because you can't really see it. And on the back here are the ties. I like how you can see the creases, dude, from his mask. That is so cool. Like, he just tied it together. It's not all smooth. And then you do have the brown hair underneath, which people were like, oh, he's got blonde hair, but I guess you could say it is like dirty blonde. Yeah, man, it's just be dirty blonde hair. Then on the back, he does have a peg hole. Pretty nice, man. I can't get over these hands, dude. Those hands are badass. That's about it. It's a very simple figure, but I definitely do like it. Wow, man, gotta be careful with these. I'm afraid I'm gonna break the pegs off. So let's get into some quick articulation. So his head can look up about that far. It can look down about that. It can turn side to side. It can actually fully rotate. And there is a tiny head pivot, but not much. His arm can go up about that far. He does have those butterfly joints that go in and out. And then he does have a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows. Very nice. And then he does have like a forearm rotation, but just be careful because it just kind of pops out. Then he does have a wrist hinge that moves up and down, and then it can also rotate. Does have an, oh my god, man, I'm just going to keep that off, dude. They keep falling off, man. It's a pain right in the ass. And then he can bend forward about that far, and he can bend back a decent amount. Does have a waist swivel. That was kind of stuck, man. I thought I was going to break it in half. His leg can kick up about that far. Very nice. Does have a thigh swivel. Does have a double jointed knee. And then there is no calf swivel, and then his foot can go up about that far, it goes back about that, and he does have some awesome ankle pivot. And his legs can reach about that far, which is a lot more than the Pizza Spider-Man. I didn't get the SDCC raft set, so I don't know if they fixed that problem with that McFarlane Spider-Man with the legs. If you do know, please let me know in the comments below. Size comparison time. I sadly do not have any Marvel Legends. They're all in storage at the moment, so I could not do a comparison with other Marvel Legends, but I do have a few selects that I will do comparison. So here is Iron Fist next to the Marvel Select Age of Ultron and that Thor, man. That's a pretty big figure, but Marvel Select is 7-inch scale. And if you were wondering what Iron Fist looks like next to a kitten, this is my firstborn son, Zemo, named after the great Baron Zemo. And that's my review, guys. Hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button. And everybody's been wondering where I have been. I actually just got married. So all of our time and money have been going into that, and that's why I have not been posting. But I appreciate everybody staying subscribed. That means so much to me, man. And Doodog commented, I'm good, man. I just got married, so I appreciate all the love and support from you guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.